But hardcore profanity? That's cool. You can do that. First chest, power glove.
Noise.
It's pretty solid find. Technically means I can get into the back part of escape, which I might do because I'm like right the hell here. Because I'm in the center. That worked out well. I went to the back part of escape and got the sword. So, you know, I haven't had to fight anything without a sword, which is nice.
Nice.
So, Raz, what kind of, like, other spells are you going to start taking with Esron to try to, you know,
mix up his damage pool? I already have I created a list the other day of damaging spells he needs to get a hold of to increase his repertoire, so to speak. Unfortunately, there's not the only quote-unquote efficient damaging spells. 1 through 3 are fire and lightning. So what I have at the moment is the best I can get a hold of. But thankfully, there is I can get Vampiric Touch, which is 3rd level, deals 3d6 necrotic damage per hit, and I can do that every single turn, so long as I maintain concentration. So 3d6 every round, and as an added bonus, any damage dealt with Vampiric Touch, I heal for half of the damage.
That's nice. I don't know, I've never played many, I don't think I've ever played a wizard in
So it's a good sustain move, and the fact that it deals necrotic damage. I think very few things have resistance or immunity to necrotic.
Zombies. Stuff. Undead.
Well, the undead general, but I'm talking about, like, aside from the undead. And then, thanks to 4th level spells, I'm starting to get into more, diverse, types. What I should get is Vitriolic Sphere, which is basically a stronger version of Fireball, but deals acid damage.
Already got the silver arrows.
Blight, which is 8d8, straight necrotic, and it's a Constitution saving throw, so that mixes up the saving throws quite a bit. And then Phantasmal Killer, which actually deals I believe it's 46 psychic damage every turn, so long as they fail their Wisdom saving throws.
Nice. Does it make Spectral Boogeyman or something?
Pretty much. I mean, I get inside their head and force their greatest paranoias and worst nightmares to manifest in the real world. So they're jumping at shadows the entire time. So what ends up happening is that they're not only just taking 4d6 psychic damage every turn, they're also frightened, which means, of course, they have disadvantage on attack rolls and stuff, which is nice.
Just stay away from Jenna for that, because her worst nightmare. No candy. Actually, be more torture from her fucking family, probably.
Let's see, 5th level spells has a lot of diverse damage types, actually. Bigby's Hand for force damage, Cloud Kill for poison damage, Steel Wind Strike for force damage, Cone of Cold for, of course, cold damage, and Dawn for radiant damage.
This might be a fast seed. I've got the boots already, Moon Pearl, Glove, and half magic.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
And after that, most of it is just the standard spells. Chain Lightning, Disintegrate, Sunbeam, Meteor Swarm, Horde, Wilting.
Meteor Swarm's gonna be a tough one to use. Just
As long as I place it correctly, it won't hurt any of you. Because thankfully I can choose where the 4 meteors hit.
it's a pretty big area, isn't it?
I believe it's a 20-foot diameter for each of them, yes. Let me look it up.
They cause force and fire.
It does 20d6 bludgeoning and 20d6 fire. So 40d6 damage altogether.
Has some cosmic level freaking magic. Thing 0 and half. Or half damage on fail.
I mean, half damage on success.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's actually double the size I just said.
So it's 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's...
Actually, no, that's even bigger. Each creature in a 4-foot radius. So it's an 80-foot diameter. For every single meteor.
Oh yeah. How are you gonna aim that?
Let's see, 80 times 4. 32.
Can you drop them in the same spot?
I mean,
Technically, you can.
technically yes, but the damage
is only applied once.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, come on, dude. If I was able to
in
drop
third
all
edition,
4...
you could stack them, but they only did 2d6 bludgeoning damage and 66 fire damage. And you think you still got 4 of them.
Mm-hmm. But
Which
if
is
I
still
lined
less
all of them up correctly, I'd be able to have a death line of 320 feet.
Gotta get the fucking prismatic wall.
For what?
For fun? And profit? I don't know.
I mean, it's a great defensive spell, but, I mean, since when are we ever on the back leg?
Speak for yourself, I'm defensive all the time.
But, if I'm going to use a defensive spell, it'll most likely be Wall of Force, simply because the only way to properly remove it is Disintegrate, and in this campaign setting, that's not a very popular spell. Plus, Seraph enlightened me into the different uses for Wall of Force, like dropping a cage on somebody.
How long have I been running here already? I have Dark World access now already. Speed. A lot of my higher level spells, like at least a couple of them, are just off the table for Jennifer. I mean, I still know them, but she was cast.
Like Gios?
Yeah. That's a no. That's not gonna happen.
To be honest,
she snaps.
Gios is one of those spells that I could see a very good use for, but like the only backlash for not following the rules established by the Gios is taking 60-10 psychic damage, and that's only once a day. So if they can survive that 60-10, they can basically do whatever the fuck they want after that. They don't have to follow the rules of the Gios anymore, which is kind of meh, in my opinion. Especially for the time it takes to actually apply a Gios to a creature.
Still just not something she casts ever. Yeah, hot button issue. Nope. The paladin just don't get many level 5 spells to begin with. Yay, Ice Palace is not on the table. I fucking hate Ice Palace.
Ice Palace and Turtle Rock, I think they're two that most people just don't like.
Turtle Rock's not too bad. I've got that one down so much.
Oh yeah.
That I can blow through it. Like, I barely take damage anymore in it or anything. Ice Palace, for some reason, just sliding around and doing some of the bomb jumps in there just sucks.
Gotcha.
And Cold Stare is a long boss if you don't have, you know, upgraded sword or anything.
Gotcha.
I do like Thieves' Palace always being able to go in that one because it's a good, fun dungeon. Oh, hell yeah. Got the bow. And I got silver arrows. That means most bosses in the light world die in one hit if they take arrow damage.
You know, I thought it was weird that poison was the least seen damaging spell in a wizard's repertoire. But then I found out that poison has the highest damage immunity of any damage type when it comes to those.
Uh-huh.
So it's just like, well, that's fair then. Is you don't have many poison damaging spells because poison is.
And really, your poison spells are more on your druids than they are on anything else, it seems.
Yeah, wizards only really have Cloud Kill, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, a lot of things are just immune to poison, so it's like, early game, it's alright, but when it comes to late game, if you're not using it just against common enemies, it's not something that comes up. Because it's like the one time Sam's like, every time we get in a boss fight, he wants to use the poison, but it's always something that's immune to poison, so it's like, yeah, it's because, you know, don't try and use it in a boss fight. Use it to make the guys fights go faster.
Now Colette is using poison as well, so...
Yeah.
Bow can drip poison.
Yeah, I was like, I think you might have... Like, I have to reread that, because how did I write that? I'm like, oh, yeah, there is a sentence in there that you can only do it once a day, and it only lasts for a minute, so I'm like, yeah, I gotta bring that up.
It's not huge amounts of damage.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, you know what? Like, in the end, I'm like, you know, it really wasn't that bad of an increase. And even then, it's like putting it on, like, par. It's like, kind of like, okay, yeah, it's not as... It's pretty much just like giving him, like, basically Frostbite, but as poison. And it's like, still the same amount of damage. It's only 2d6 getting added, but he also has to hit with both attacks to get it both times. So I'm like, almost thinking about removing it, because I'm like, really, it wasn't that much extra damage in the end. Just removing the restriction on it, so I'm just like, so that just make it so you can turn it on and off.
Yeah, and I mean, unlike the Burnesh's weapons, you can't change the damage type. So if we come up against something that's immune to poison,
yeah, it's not going anywhere. Exactly. So I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like, you know, I might just leave it that way.
Durnesh has at least got the option of, you know, switching it up. If we're in an area where we're fighting a lot of monsters, it's like, hey, a lot of these are immune to frost.
So, give me a short rest here for a second.
Yeah, hold on, I've got to realign my cheat.
Cheep, 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 cheep.
God, are we gonna get a Songify the Room? Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mar. Just like, oh man, that movie. Never saw it, but just,
It's a meme.
It is. It's one of those things that's famous for how bad it is.
Uh-huh.
Just like the song Friday.
Yep.
My hand is a dolphin!
What?
You haven't seen that for Friday?
You know, honestly, I just never watched the music video. And I tried to avoid the song when I could, so...
Yep. Good man. Good man.
The closest I got was when they had the death battle of Rebecca Black and Justin Bieber.
Death the Blind.
No, yeah, this guy does a dub for the Friday music video, and he does it in the style of oh god, what's his name? He talks like this all the time. Christopher Walken, that's it. He does it in the style of Christopher Walken. It's really good here. This is the part that I was talking about.
Well, I'll watch it in a bit.
It's for Seraph, not for you.
Oh, I see. Dick.
I'll get to it in a second.
Alright, I'm gonna pop out of Thieves town because died twice blind and only got like 5 hearts. So
Come on, you're losing to blind? Come on.
hey, shut the fuck up.
Everyone knows you gotta kill her with the Cane of Samaria.
I actually like that mode better. Like I can clear her pretty damn fast with the Cane of Samaria.
Does it make you feel that you're playing a blind person with a cane?
Yeah.
Is it quite possibly her own cane?
Oh yes, yes it is.
Oh, is that actually something that should be heard on Twitch? I don't know. How about beating blind people with their own canes?
I think you can get in trouble for that. Considering I have exactly 0 viewers, we're good.
Gotcha.
Given that my XSplit has the right viewer count, which I'm gonna guess it does. And the good thing about it is that I know for a fact that blind's not going to drop an item I need. Because the only thing left to get into that I need out of there is the compass and the map. And there's one chest left, which would be either the compass and the map, and then whatever that is left is on blind, and it's either the compass or the map.
Oh, gotcha.
Alright, I get the mirror now. I'm happy. And I got the lantern. Pretty awesome.
I wonder what Jennifer heard when that song released the healing word onto her.
You don't want to know.
No, I'm curious.
She blushed.
What'd she say?
It was probably in Draconic, which she does.
Which you can understand.
I don't know. What would it have been? It was lip smacking. Sounds.
but that's hard to do with dragon lips, so she just sounded more like.
Yeah, it actually looked like she sounded like she was eating something. It was just like, okay. It's awkward.
I can just picture Jennifer's face here and something like that, like.
Do I say so?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just moaning. Trevor's like, oh god.
God, y'all got dirtier minds than I do.
Yes.
And that's saying something, because mine's pretty dirty.
Dirty boy, dirty, dirty!
Don't tell me you didn't think about that.
What, the dirty boy lines?
No. Yeah, what was actually being said in those healing words?
No, more or less they would be words of encouragement.
Have faith.
Exactly, stuff like that, because basically I think she also would have gone in with the intent knowing that it may not always be cast on him.
Yeah, she's not
using her
stupid.
hindsight. Yeah, she'd be like, it might not always be cast on him. Then what happens if something happens and we break up and he still got someone that uses the cast on himself and then he hears it and then just wants to commit suicide?
It's just like, I still miss her!
Ezra just breaks down in combat like Vegeta did in the Broly movie.
He goes to try and drown himself, but then realizes he made himself,
Contingent with water breathing.
yeah, he's always able to breathe water, so he's just like, ah!
Can't drown myself properly.
I can't even drown right. Yeah, honestly, after what Saldana witnessed, it would be pretty hard for him to do something that she finds, like, that she disapproves of.
Not to mention, that's one thinks Jennifer herself knows about it too.
Oh god. If you've noticed, he's avoided talking about her around you.
Came to Samaria.
But, that's how a discussion with Saldana would go down if she ever looks at him, like, curiously. Just like, let's be honest, sister, this isn't the worst thing you've caught me doing.
So just there one night, lying in bed, and all of a sudden he hears, I saw everything. And he's just, shit.
Ah, fuck. No, yeah, he's a fan of living, so he's gonna keep it low-key.
You said low-key?
been playing the song for you, brother. I just can't seem to find the low key.
Then I would not let Jennifer talk to her. Is that my say? Or that might be her way of getting you back for the whole Tibble.
Doing what now?
Yeah, let it slip to Airman.
I mean, if you want him to die, by all means.
I don't know. She might find it adorable.
I don't think you understand.
It's Jennifer. No, she doesn't. Not
She's
that.
like, I can just revivify.
They have a built-in superiority complex that exceeds that of elves.
Yeah, but Essence is pretty massive too. The smug off there would be substantial. The smug is off the scale.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about us at this level?
Over 9,000.
Even if,
What? 9,000?
even if something did come up that uncovered all that, he would try to play it off as, like, I mean, of course I love you all. I mean, I've done things for your brood all the time. This isn't new.
And then I will laugh when Seraphil's like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and need a deception roll.
Fuck!
Charisma based.
Ah!
Against a dragon.
Oh no, yeah, she would absolutely know that I'm talking shit.
At disadvantage because Jennifer's just screaming liar. See, Jennifer kind of sees Caldir as kind of a big brother.
He sees Keldir as like a respectable senior. Not senior as in like someone who's like too old to adventure, but someone who's just more experienced than he is.
Don't let him know that because he might eventually say, Oi! Israel! Respect your elders.
I was going to say that anyways.
I mean, I'd probably just shrug and be like, yeah, okay. Yeah, you are older than me.
I'm telling you, still need to let us write the backgrounds for each character in character.
Oh, the personal opinions of
Yeah.
each person.
From the eyes.
I mean, there's nothing stopping us from doing that right now.
I mean, it's definitely, if you guys do it, I'll throw it on the site.
Yeah, exactly. What's stopping you?
I might
Pussy?
I don't know.
It's mainly just doing it and then again not going anywhere, I think.
Yeah.
The whole concept of that.
But you gotta find text. Jennifer write in. I guess it's gonna be curly.
Write it in Wingdings.
Comic Sans. Papyrus?
Papyrus.
Iris.
Comic Sans. You gotta write it in Sans.
Just what did Jennifer write about Dermash? Liability almost killed me multiple times.
Runs ahead without thinking.
Not to mention, I gotta update that picture too. Because the Koth isn't in the group anymore.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's basically Esron's summary of at the moment. It's just like, everyone is oddly trusting of this individual who has told me nothing about himself.
Of Cal.
It was Cal, man. What's he need to know? I mean, honestly, though, as far as, like, yes, his characters-wise, we probably have no reason to trust this dude, but since he's a player character, you kinda gotta...
Just roll with it.
Yeah, you gotta kinda roll with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because technically, when we were starting this adventure, Jennifer had no reason to even talk to you guys, considering she, you know, basically a police officer.
Well, talk to interrogate.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, you enlisted the aid of people you knew could take care of themselves in an outfit to save some village people.
Yeah, we never did see the Indian chief on that one.
But idiot.
Thank you, that's alright, it's fine. I'll take that. I deserve it.
So now that my druid in my other game has hit level 4, I can now B-shape into things with swimming speeds.
Nice.
Therefore, I can
turn into a salmon!
I can turn into a giant octopus.
Oh, jeez.
Because it fits the requirements. And it's funny because I can even do it on land. Because while it can only breathe underwater, it can hold its breath for up to an hour outside of water. So I can therefore just take a deep breath, B-shape, and then I'm a giant octopus on land. So the Amazons are approaching. Well, they've seen enough internet to know where this is going, so they're leaving.
Swear to God, you throw anything with tentacles. Wait, no, you already have, and it tried to attack Jennifer. Didn't we already make this joke?
Like, did it already do that? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember what we were fighting. I was like, seriously?
That was a while back, too. Now that I think... No, I think it was something that casts a spell at you. Maybe, I don't know, I'm trying to look back now. Now I gotta look at the monsters and see what actually threw at you guys.
I gotta say there was something with tentacles, and it attacked Jennifer.
Probably.
Really? Like, the only person that got hurt was that the only female character in the group was attacked by the tentacles.
Well, to be fair, you get attacked by mostly everything anyway. Well, I mean, at least you didn't get bitten by the vampire.
Did not. Right. Old man had the damn ocarina.
Yeah. Oh, the carrion crawlers.
There it is.
The little tentacle faces.
Because you're a horrible person.
Oh, you have no idea. What was it? Victor had sent me a picture because I talked about, like, basically he had spent some time in the Underdark, where he picked up his skills. and he linked me a picture, and it was a beholder, like a mind flayer beholder. And then I kind of just like sent an email back to him. I'm like, you forgot Lich.
Mind flare. For Lich.
Yeah, he's just like, oh god. No.
Isn't there already a Mind Flare Beholder?
Yeah, there is. It's the Mind Witness, but it's not that good. It's actually more
Of a Sentry.
Yeah, it's a Sentry. It kind of doesn't. It's funny because it loses so much of its properties of the Beholder that it just becomes kind of just a Sentry at that point.
Mundane.
The Elder Brain
No.
is actually more powerful.
Yeah,
Beholder-ish.
Well, the Elder Brain is like the center of Mind Flayer society, so.
What would happen to an Illithid society if the Elder Brain was destroyed?
Well, if you left them alive, they would eventually make another one, but it would break temporarily.
They would just be rolling around on the floor going, ah!
Well, no, they just wouldn't be able to connect to each other. Because think of it, it's like basically like a computer network. Well, it's basically kind of like a thing. It's like they all communicate through each other by using the Elder Brain. So if the Elder Brain's out, they can't communicate with anybody. It's like taking like a telephone and then taking out the switch. You know, okay, hey, everyone's got a phone. Now let's get rid of AT&T. Nobody can contact each other because there's no one to redirect the calls to who they're supposed to go to. Therefore, yeah, they'd be kind of panicked at the moment. They wouldn't be able to communicate, so they'd all be independent at that point, which is not good for them.
Probably feel like losing the appendage to them.
And then, yeah, basically. And then we'll eventually make another one.
I think I've over-nerded my kids.
Uh-oh.
Karen just came out carrying Jenny, singing Jenny Socks. And kept saying it until it was to the hymn of the faith.
Jenny Socks.
Yep, that's it.
Jenny Socks. Jenny Socks.
That's exactly it.
Jenny Socks.
So there you go. The Jenny Socks.
At least I'm not doing it to the Blitzball thing. Jenny Socks.
They're like, Jenny Socks will be the final summon. I was like, no, PP send.
Who would be Sin?
Jenny Socks.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, since 10 o'clock, does that mean I should take this one out that's coming up?
No, I'll deal with it.
Oh, trust me, I don't think it's that bad.
It's not that bad.
No. I honestly like the slimes named like worse. Besides, they're really, they're not really tentacles anyway. They're hands, they're claws. Nah, I think honestly, so far, like for things that might traumatize Jennifer, I think the slimes are probably about it.
Yeah. No, I thought so too.
I mean,
Gross,
in
and they're eating her armor.
Yeah, at least in this dungeon. I mean, there's definitely worse things out there. It's just in this dungeon, I'm just like looking at it. And I'm just like, I mean, I haven't completely finished it yet, so there's still possibility that I can change some stuff. But I'm just like looking at it. I'm like, I don't think anything's gonna get worse than that at this point.
I also don't know if you can top the poo golem on her.
She is conveniently blocked out of her memory.
Completely. Every time you guys are like, poo monster. I'm sorry, what?
You know, it's funny, like, someone comes up, they like, kind of got you, like, tied to a chair. It's like, we're gonna interrogate you. Don't bother, we're just going to read your surface thoughts here. And you just, like, all of a sudden just think of that. They're like, oh god, no. This one's seeing some shit. I don't want to see that again.
Literally, some shit.
Literally, do not want to see that ever. Oh god, I think I'm gonna hurl.
Service thoughts would just be like music humming and cinnamon rolls and candy. Like, what the hell? hell? She's a paladin, right?
Yeah, oh god. I mean, God, does she follow sunshine and lollipops all the time?
Yeah.
That's the song that plays in her head. Sunshine and lollipops and rainbows and everything that's wonderful and wonderful.
This is why I asked what Herodias actually thinks of Jennifer. Because you know he's gonna just be like, God, she is the best, but I mean, can we go second best? She might be slightly annoying.
He's got reasons, and he's got a pistol.
I know. You just know he's gotta have second thoughts every once in a while, even being a god. Just like, ugh.
I'm still suspicious of the gods at this point.
I don't think Ezra will ever not be suspicious.
I think it's just he is.
When they feel like talking to him and clearing things up, then fine. But until then, he'll judge them for their actions.
You deign to judge me? Yes, I do.
Yes, I do actually.
Sorry, Herodias, saying that. Jennifer, you're right, he is a dick. I know! He's really smug. I tried to warn you.
They thrive off of the worship that they're given. They're not so above everything as they like to claim.
Alright, landlords. Dead. Die. Yay, Thomas.
I always love it whenever I turn in a college paper and it gives me the turn in similarity and it's at like 0%. I'm like, fuck yeah. Either my writing style is completely horrible that no one can copy it, or I don't know. Or I just don't think like all the other smart people and still get by somehow. I mean, you guys put your pants on from your head too, right?
Don't wear them.
Oh, that's right, you only wear skirts.
Only if I'm feeling pretty.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Kilts.
You tell the kills.
Actually, I knew a guy in high school that used to do that. He wore kilts all the time.
I knew a guy who did that too.
No, honestly, it's either holy blue jeans, work pants, which are black, dress pants, or, my Mario sweatpants, which I'm, currently rocking.
Ezra finally meets someone one day that defies all logic. He just looks at them like, how do you function? I'm going to drown you. I'm going to drown you like a sack of dumb puppies.
Oh, why would you drown puppies?
Because they're cute and cuddly.
Wait, does this mean that I win?
Are you coming on to me? Ah!
Yes, Yes, you won. What'd I win? Another bout, but I'm not dirty. Oh, I love that series. I'm just like, I've gone through and it's like, I'm like, I haven't rewatched the last few episodes that they put out because I'm like, I didn't quite remember where they left off. I'm like, okay, now I know where they left off. That's right.
But in this case, he would be alone and someone would say something stupid like, "My ass is flaming!" It's like, oh, I miss Jennifer.
Really missing the hammer, which is annoying to me.
Just have Link go to the hardware store.
Yeah, oddly enough, that's the first thing Ganon took out for some reason. It's like, not
Destroyed all the hardware stores.
I got time tomorrow, I might actually write character bios. From Jennifer's point of view.
I really need to get back to updating that site, but I just haven't had time.
Kind of curious what Esron thinks of people too.
Oh, he already has established opinions of everyone.
I figured he had that 30 seconds into meeting them.
To be honest, it hasn't changed much.
Probably not.
Goody two shoes, stupid one, crazy one, silent one.
Pretty much. Delightfully naive, hopelessly ignorant.
Wait, which was Jennifer?
Delightfully naive is Jennifer. Hopelessly ignorant is Renash. Unsocial is was Dakar. And Kaldir was just
Dwarf. It's just dwarf.
No, actually, he was surprisingly what's the word? Surprisingly entertaining.
Get a hold of Ashron's journal you're looking through. He's got it all written in there, and then from here it says magically delicious.
Holy shit, dude. Oh man.
100% behind that, by the way.
Holy crap. I mean, I just made that part of his story because I thought it would be funny to give him that little charisma -1 quirk, but y'all took it and just ran, and I love it.
We all know, yeah, pervert Esron is a thing that we have too. That
He's still completely oblivious.
I know, yes, but that's the great part of it.
Pervron?
Pervon? Oh, that's how you connect Esron to the Critical Role universe. He's Pervon.
Pervon. Because your peeping eye you now have.
Yeah. Did you? I mean, he completely didn't understand what you were getting at.
I know.
He was just like, so you have a peeping eye? It's like, well, yes, if you want to be trite about it.
I mean, you already had cough bang on her window once while she was changing.
Yep. We need to go check back in with them too. Make sure they're okay. They haven't died to orcs. Is that where Dekoth went?
What, to meet up with the other group? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nasser's and I helped him get to them. I found out where they were, and he sent Dekoff to the closest location that he could. At least we could do for someone who helped save our city.
So because having to do school research where, did you know that 1 in 3 people are not up to date with their colorectal cancer screening?
What the fuck?
And that 23 million people have not been screened for colorectal cancer.
Now you know.
You know what? I'm one of the. I'm like one of those 23 million because I've never said, "Hey, doc, check me for this."
Doc, I really need a finger up my butt. Can you help?
Please, please. I'm not a prostitute.
I just imagined Mirren sitting next to the rapier, putting the healing words into it, like just like a tape recorder. Just, there are ones that she liked and the ones that she didn't. She's like, no, I'm erasing that one.
Yeah, beep. Damn it, no, I can't say that.
Is this too forward? I think it's too forward.
I'd like to see the bloopers.
Yeah.
You're gonna get healing word that's just like, no, that's not what I wanted. Wait, how do I delete?
And then, God knows, the one that he like heals a party member with is one that she forgot to remove.
Yeah, she was being saucy.
Yeah, she's just being saucy. It's so
like, laughing it up a bit.
Uh-huh.
That's wrong. I like the fact that the only language that Jennifer knows that no one else knows is Celestial.
I don't think Esron has one of those. Let's see. Elven, Common, Draconic, Sylvan, and Giant. I believe are his 5 languages.
Which are pretty, standard for what he did or does.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Sylvan simply came from his Elven heritage. Draconic because he works with them.
Works with dragons.
Giant because he needed to be able to read and write missives to the giant city-states and have counsel with them. I think and just Common and Elvish are just the two that just are the most natural to him.
I will be on tomorrow, but I won't be on very late. I gotta go into work tomorrow around 9 o'clock. One, I'm gonna do some food cost stuff that I gotta get done. Two, I gotta do an upgrade on our computer system. I gotta do it while we're closed. So, yeah.
Fun.
Like to see the notes that Jennifer has taken on her magic abilities. Click prestidigitation does not fold close. No hammer though. But I got a hook shot.
That sucks.
No, I got the hook shot, which helps. Check some things. Yay, validation arrow. 1 arrow. Say about that.
It's now a real run.
Yep. It's been validated.
If you want, OC, we could just make our home base at my brother's camp.
Nope. Not at all. Not happening.
What? He's lovely.
If you want them all arrested, then yes.
They are exonerated. Or, at least, he's exonerated.
Yes, and then he would totally unexonerate himself because he's harboring criminals. And probably contraband. I bet it wouldn't take seconds to find something that wasn't supposed to be there. To mention the, nightly activities.
That actually makes me wonder. Where is Athadel's teleportation circle?
I'm like, you saw it. I'm like, oh wait, no you didn't.
No, we didn't.
You'll have to find out later.
Damn it. I want to memorize that equation at some point.
Does Jennifer know?
Well, it's either at the Paladin headquarters or it's at the Silver Palace. Because Nazis is at the Bronze Palace.
Actually, no, she wouldn't be observant enough. She wouldn't have sat there and been like, oh, this is teleportation circle. It's just not something she would have even... She's like, oh, that's a cool looking design. Even if she saw it, she wouldn't know. And I only have 2 crystals left. I'm kind of fucking trucking. Need hammer. I think it's... Yeah, need hammer. Jennifer doesn't understand arcane magic as well as she probably should, considering she, fights, rogue mages.
And uses it to some extent now.
Yes. She knows how her spells work. Sometimes.
I offered to tutor you on the basics of arcane,
Sounds boring.
but you said no.
No, because Esron would be like, alright, so in the beginning, oh god. You said the basics. Well, you have to know the
So,
history first.
First, we have to understand where magic comes from. It is a tapestry that is interwoven with all of creation.
Jennifer, you
Essential.
taking notes. There will be a test at the end of this. What? I just need to know if I press the digitation. Fold the laundry. Dishes.
It'll clean the dishes. It will not fold the laundry.
Well, that sucks. Yeah, I remember Jennifer tried that.
Yeah, it doesn't fold one. That would be Mage Hand.
No, actually, were you there for that?
Was I?
I don't remember if you were. It was when Jennifer got her magic, and she was like, went to go show Millie, and Millie was folding like her laundry and stuff, and Jennifer like messed it all up. I was like, now watch, and casted it on there, and like,
And everything went.
I just kind of sat there, and she's like,
It's alright, Millie, I'll refold it.
I was like, fine, I'm gonna light this candle. That's okay, Millie.
Yeah, I showed her.
I'll refold it, I'm sorry.
Actually, that is a good question. It's since, like, in the... I guess it would be the Forgotten Realms universe. Magic was originally established through the usage of the mantle by Mistra, correct?
Well, she was the original goddess of magic. I'm trying to... I don't remember how it all started.
Apparently, she oversaw what was called the mantle, which was the magical layer over all things. And when she died, the mantle fell to pieces, thus creating the spell plague. But magic eventually came back without her, so technically it exists without the gods.
And this is about the point where you'd look over Jennifer's.
Well, it's about the, what was it? It's pretty much how the way magic work changed. So it still existed in the world, it's just people had to relearn how to use it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because
It's like, oh, we channel the arcane energy through the ley lines, and then we weave it into what we use. And then all of a sudden the ley lines are gone, they're like, well, the arcane energy's still there, we just can't channel the ley lines anymore, so how are we going to do this? So you basically had to, like, you had your equation for your spell, and then you had to learn an entirely new equation to do it.
the materials are still there, it's just the equation has to change.
Or at least that's the way I had interpreted it.
No, that's a really good way of thinking about it. Thank you, sir.
But I'm just like, oh, wow, that's...
Jennifer, are you paying attention?
Yeah, basically, she's just passed out. Nurture on the inside.
No, this is like a debate that Griswold and him are having.
I love Griswold.
Oh no, yeah,
Not a
it's
fan.
great. Hey, he was supportive of my laziness last session.
Yeah, of course he was. He's a horrible person. Was a person.
Technically, he's still a person. He's just a sword now.
I still have feelings, Jennifer. And you've wounded them.
I am not upset by this.
Nah. As useful, Esron has come to like Griswold, despite the fact that
He's a horrible person.
yes, despite the fact that he committed atrocities a thousand years ago.
And he's not sad about it.
Well, he looks at it at a point of view from a justice standpoint. It's like 1,000 years of imprisonment, of basically solitary confinement for 1,000 years for everything he did. Seems kind of like repenty to him.
But he learned nothing. Nothing.
True. Which is why Esron probes Griswold with philosophical debates now to see if how he really feels about certain things.
Nothing.
You know, if you really wanted to accelerate the application use of the spell, you could just get some slaves.
Oh, Jesus. You know, boy, this would be so much easier if you had test subjects. I didn't say they had to be willing.
You know, how quickly would you like to progress?
Blonde girl would make a great test subject. You know how much Griswold likes Jennifer. They're buddies.
To be honest, he's indifferent to you if you've noticed. He doesn't hate you. I don't think he feels anything for anyone in the party. He's been alone for so long that this is kind of like a dream to him. He doesn't know how to handle it.
I think I'm in go mode. I am in go mode.
Go. Go for it then.
It means I don't have to check shit in Turtle Rock.
No. The more Esron learns about Griswold, the more he'll come to the decision of whether or not he'll try to help him finish his life as a human, or just undo the binding and let his soul pass on to the afterlife.
Oh, totally not giving him a body.
Just because we give him a body, OC, doesn't mean it has to be one that's able to properly conduct magic. Because you have to remember, I mean, being able to cast magic is something that your body has to be capable of doing in the first place.
You've never read the Harry Dresden books, right?
Absolutely not.
They're really good. Look up the character Bob the Skull.
Bob the Skull.
Yes.
What's Bob the Skull?
Well, he's a skull, for one. He's also Harry's, assistant magic. And he's a spirit of knowledge that has lasted for years and years. And had worked with many, many mages and stuff. And he kind of takes on the personality of whatever mage he's with. Be it good, bad, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he's very much like Griswold, is in our campaign.
That's great. I have a Bob the Sword.
Yeah, and he's not allowed out of his skull unless Harry lets him out.
No, yeah, Esron is very aware that if Griswold fell into someone else's hands, that he probably would start sharing with them as much as he's been sharing with me. Because he has no dog in this ring anymore. His civilization is all but ruins, and he hasn't had the time to build any relationships with anything of this timeline, so he has no reason to help anyone in particular out. I guess you could just say he's neutral.
And annoying. A horrible person.
But everyone is beyond redemption. We should at least try. I thought your order thrived on such things.
Nope, basically justice. We're really good at the justice and smite part.
And the massacre of innocent furniture. The murder of good taste.
You didn't know that. You have no way of knowing that that furniture was innocent. I'm gonna acknowledge furniture.
Are you okay? Having another stroke, Todd?
A little bit.
Knowledge furniture.
That's all I could come up with. Would be knowledge furniture. See if that chair knows anything.
Interrogate the chair.
Only time that Caldier and Jennifer's roles were switched in the good cop, bad cop when you were interrogating a chair.
Start yelling at you, about to threaten you don't speak soon, and then all of a sudden, that's right. For distance, animate objects makes it run away.
I knew it! I knew it was alive! Kill it!
I bring in the ottoman for it. Chair, I'm like, look. No, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt your friend.
She starts rolling in the chaise. I think you two might know each other.
Jennifer, I think this has gone a little far. Or not far
Or
enough.
not far enough!
She's lost it finally.
She absolutely breaks.
She is completely and utterly gone, guys. I'm sorry. She broke.
Did you hear that? Whispering in the cabinets. I knew the Tupperware was after me!
And like, as much furniture she's wrecked, you should have known she was kind of violent anyways.
I really do need... Okay, wait. Does this mean when I finally create Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion, that you're just going to start running around smashing my furniture?
Possibly every night because it comes back.
I mean, is that just how it is? Before she leaves the mansion for a day, she just walks up to her chair and just goes, okay, and one for the road!
Throws it into another chair. Yeah.
Yup. One for the road! And it just leaves.
Must you, Jennifer, every time. It's good luck.
The invisible servants just slowly start propping the furniture back up. Like Grog punching the ghost cow.
Are we all gonna get our own rooms in the mansion?
Yeah.
Sweet. Jennifer's is just a fucking hay bale. Like, damn it!
Actually, I think you'll like the way I designed everyone's rooms.
It's Jennifer's room look like a fucking chocolate factory? Willy Wonka.
I mean, you want me to tell you? I have the document right here.
Would it be funnier when I find out?
Actually, it's not comical.
Oh, okay.
It's just traditional, to be honest.
Okay. So go ahead.
I'll save you the expansive definition of how the overall mansion is designed, and I'll just skip to your room. Just know that the rest of the mansion doesn't look like this. Here it is, Jennifer. Ah, here she is. Jennifer's room. Inside the room, you see something taken straight out of Athadel. The room is made of dark stone and lavish with ornate decor, similar to one of the royal chambers within the Silver Palace. In its design, this room has 2 beds for both Jennifer and Millie.
So it's homey. Awesome.
Yep. He thinks that you'll be most comfortable in the familiar room.
It's slightly chilly. Chillier than the other rooms.
Yep. Everyone else's is similar. Like Caldier's room, given Caldier's size, this room is an almost perfect recreation of his home back in Craglin. While it may only have 1 floor, this chamber does have what appears to be a tree in the corner, with a knot large enough for Tippy to live inside. It is also decorated with things to keep him warm and comfortable. Dradesh's room. Having seen the monk temples, this room resembles the traditional temple quarters with a more luxurious theme. Protruding from the wall on the opposite side of the room is a post that one can hang from with their tail if one was so inclined.
As he is.
And as far as Khaled's room, I don't know much about him, so I kind of I had an expansive. I had a paragraph for Ducat's room, and even he had a special corner down in the training hall too. But as far as Khaled's room go, these chambers are of traditional elven make, representing the most elegant and natural take on accommodations, as the room is designed to represent the inside of a tree's canopy. Being a wood elf and all, I thought that he'd like that. And Esron's room will be more fun for you to learn.
Okay.
When he actually casts it, because I had fun writing that one.
Turtle rocket almost done. When I was a kid, Trinex was like the worst boss ever. Like, I hated fighting so hard. God, I found the best item in the game, guys. Bug net.
Oh.
That's just overpowered.
I know, I try not to use it because it just breaks the game. Okay, now I'm just wound up. Starting my Ganon fight. Oh, I'm not happy with myself.
Uh-oh.
I died twice and I fell twice.
Ooh.
And there are days where I just walk in here and I'm like, whoop, get his ass, no problem. In time. Beat him.
Alright, I'm actually gonna hop off for the night. I'll catch y'all later.
Alright, see you, man.
User disconnected from your channel.
I can probably pop off once I see what I ran.
Probably was a good run.
I really hosed it up at the end. Like, I should not have died to Ganon like I did. But, you know, I have no clue because I was talking to you and stuff, and I didn't actually... Usually I keep track. I didn't actually keep track, so I'll find out at the end of the credits because it gives you your run time.
Oh, well, there you go.
You know, I have no problems playing this game as many times as I have. Like, I just love this game. I remember playing it so much as a kid. I just pick it up and playing it. It's just like, oh, okay, cool. Two hours and 15 minutes. It's not bad at all.
That sounds like a really good run given the stakes.